Welcome back. Things are heating up in the kitchen with Made with Love delectable edibles. First of all, love the decor. Feeling a little bit Christmassy with some of the berries we have here, you guys, today. Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice rowan berries. They're gorgeous.
What are they
in the
called?
winter. Rowan berries.
Okay.
Or some people call them mountain ash.
Right.
Just a beautiful berry. Hangs out on your trees most of the winter. Really good for feeding all the birds in the wild.
Yes, there are a few birds left behind. Some just don't fly, and that's probably the reason why. There's still a few things left to eat in the wintertime. We are cooking today with some delicious looking prawns, shrimp, and as well cauliflower and some cheese, and we're cooking up a big sauce here. I guess this is for the cheese sauce over here.
Exactly. This is just kind of your 5-minute dinner idea. We've popped an organic cauliflower in a pot of boiling water, so it's getting going in there. And I've just started doing some flour and butter to make a roux.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really cool meal. It's basically a really nice contrast between the cheese sauce on the cauliflower, and then the shrimp is going to be a bit more sharp. It's with our daring dill blend, which is kind of dill in a tomato base with a mustard. So I'm just, I'm going to cut a lemon while Alex is making the roux. So is there anything you need to know when you make a roux?
Well, today I've used about 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of flour. If Colin wants to put the flour back in its little spot there, Marcel can show you, but you need to turn it to the camera. And then Marcel can show you the type of flour I've used. You can use just your basic wheat flour, but today I've used a light spelt flour, which is a locally grown, organic, locally milled flour here. So I'm kind of excited to use that in the recipe. And it takes us a little bit away from wheat. Spelt is just an ancient grain that basically is very, very similar to wheat, but it is a little bit more digestible. So some people who find they have wheat allergies are okay with spelt.
Nice. So it's something different. What's the texture like when it comes to a cheese sauce?
It does exactly the same job of thickening as your wheat flour or a cornstarch or a rice flour. You can really play with your starches and go back and forth pretty well.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of our red pepper spice blend. And that's going to give us a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of heat.
I'd be happy to stir this up for you.
That'd be awesome, Susan.
Fantastic. Now, is there any concern over burning this? Like, how do you make sure?
I've got it on medium heat, so it's just softly bubbling. We don't have anything crazy in there. And I'm just going to combine the flour and the butter to begin with the spices. And then we'll start adding slowly our milk or cream and our cheese. And that's about it for this guy.
All right.
What are you going to do over there, Colin?
Yeah, so basically we're going to turn the heat on the burner, and all we're going to be doing is basically taking our butter and melting it, and then again adding the spice and the lemon to make it a bit saucy. And then we have these basically these pre-cooked frozen shrimp, and we're just going to pop them in and lightly sauteed, well, heavily sauteed because they have been frozen. This is a really great dish. It's the type of thing you can do if you're a vegetarian. You could do it with mushrooms and peppers, or you could do it with chicken if you're not a seafood type of person. So it's really complementary to any type of diet option. It's really great.
Okay, so how thick do we let this get? Do you add quite a bit of that cream?
Yeah, we keep adding cream, just a little bit at a time like we're doing, and stir it in. And at each time we add another little bit of cream, the roux is going to thicken up a bit, and it's going to get quite thick. And as it gets thicker than we want it, we just keep adding a little bit more cream. And we're going to do that until we've got about a cup or maybe a cup and a half of milk or cream added. And you'll notice that is coming to just a really nice saucy consistency.
It is now. It's saucy. And this cauliflower, how's it doing? We haven't peeked in. Should I give it a peek?
Cauliflower, it's pretty forgiving. You can't really go wrong with cauliflower because if it's a little bit firm or a little bit soft, it's still heavenly yummy, I find.
Absolutely. Okay, we are about ready to take a 2-minute break. We're going to check in with Made with Love. Wow, I just spilled. At the end of the show, we're also going to find a rag to clean that little bit of a mess up with. But this is going to be a delicious combination of different flavors, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it all turns out.
It was ruined.
Beautiful cheese sauce coming together here. We're just giving it a final stir along with the shrimp, which has just been pulled out of the pan, and it's already cooked and piping hot. You guys, it looks delicious.
Thank you. Yeah, it's come along really well. So what we did with the shrimp was we basically took our butter in a pan and added the juice of a whole lemon and then a tablespoon of our daring dill spice blend. And we just, once it was hot, we just popped the shrimp in, and now it's cooking away. And what are you doing with the cheese, Alex?
I've just added about 1/2 cup of crumbled old cheddar cheese. I've opted to use the white cheddar and the old because it has a really nice deep flavor. But any cheese that you're particularly fond of, you could toss in the sauce and get a really nice result.
Last thing to add, of course, is that cheese.
Well, you can see I got the sauce to the point where it's just a nice thick cream sauce. And I ended up adding, about maybe 1.25 cups of milk or cream to that.
Okay.
I used a light cream, which is a milk and cream blend. And then toss in that cheese and just give it a little stir to melt. And the last thing we're gonna do with this sauce is we're just gonna taste it for saltiness and see if we wanna add a little bit of sea salt or if it's good to go.
How are our friends doing in the pot here? And when I say friends, I mean cauliflower. It
They
sounds
should be
like I'm
good.
talking
They
about lobsters, huh?
we put them in the pot originally and basically simmered them and turned the pot off. So they're ready to go, and they should be great.
Fantastic.
So with this, Alex, we're going to be serving this on a bed of baby spinach. And
We're kind of upping the health and veggie factor with this meal.
Fantastic. Give this a stir.
Yeah, so I've just added the juice of 1/2 of a lemon. Salt is great, so I don't need to add any more salt to it.
Okay.
And we'll just stir it in until until the cheese in there melts. And then I'm gonna just prepare our servings. So I've got some baby greens that I'm doing here. And I'm just going to spin this around.
Sure.
Put it out here where you can see it. So I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon juice all over the top of my baby greens to give them a little bit of freshness. And then the way we're gonna serve this is to do the cauliflower and cheese sauce on one side, and then the dilled shrimp on the other. And the sauces on the shrimp and on the cauliflower are just gonna kind of meld together with our greens. Get rid of that little lemon seed. Well, I guess I could use these, couldn't I?
Sure
There
could.
you
We've
go.
got 2 minutes
Give
left.
it really wonderful flavor.
So while you're serving that up, we'll get a close-up maybe of that hitting the spinach bed. How delightful does that look?
so we should mention as well, we're still doing our photo contest.
Good.
And so feel free to basically take pictures of yourself with our product or something you prepared with our product and post it on Facebook.
Fantastic.
We've had the most fun pictures,
Have you?
Susan. Yeah, some of puppets, some of aliens, if you go in there.
Really?
To Made with Love.
People are sure creative these
Yeah.
days.
Click on Facebook. It's awesome.
Okay, we're about to check out the final presentation. It looks absolutely delicious.
And I have some for you
Oh,
to
I'd
give
love
a
to try.
taste to
I'd
if
love
you
to
like,
try.
Susan.
This is already up on the website.
No, I'll put it up this afternoon.
Oh, the cheese sauce.
It's
that time of
really
year.
tasty.
Oh, wow.
And it's the easiest way to add some extra greens to your everyday, right? Because, you know, they taste so yummy with the shrimp and the cheese sauce. They're fabulous.
Madewithlove.ca. This is a keeper. This cheese sauce is delightful. This is all the time we have for today. Enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.